What's good, everybody? It's been almost, I think, 2 weeks since I last posted a video, but I am back. There's no excuse to not post this week because I'm on spring break, like many of other people. And here, 10 minutes before market open, and because of break, I should be able to have more information going into market open, because before I would worry about, okay, let me get on the charts at like fucking 6:30 because I need to get my hair ready for school and shit. But now I can just trade for like 2 hours until actually however long I want, and then once I'm done, I can just go do whatever else I want with the day, So boom, I already marked out everything on NQ and ES. Just looking at what pre-market is doing right now. We're in between two gaps, which I don't really like to see. I like just seeing one gap on one direction and nothing else at the top, so that I know that if we come down and react, then we're most likely going to push to a high. And now that we have two gaps, I'll have to wait for one to be invalidated, or for a higher probability setup to appear, like tap into this gap, as well as like a breaker structure. I mean, after liquidity, like a sweep of this low or something, and then like retracement to FVG, 1 minute inverse. Like then I'll have more probability that I can just put break even once we hit this gap, and then take profit like about on the top of the gap or something. So if we go up to the 4 hour, I'm thinking today's gonna be a bearish day because we have this 4 hour SMT here. Yeah, so if this high, well, NQ didn't, so I would probably be looking for shorts on NQ. So yeah, and we already pushed below this low right here. Marked out some 4 hour gaps. Gap here, gap here, gap here, gap here. Bunch of 4 hour liquidity. We have a whole pool of liquidity here. Then we have protected highs. Then this gap. And we have a low here, low here. We have a protected low here. This gap. Same thing. Pool of liquidity. I think we just missed this. Yeah. Price just missed this liquidity here. And if you see what market was doing beforehand, which I would like to go down to the 1 hour for that. We can see that during London session, we came up and swept Asia highs, and we had a huge dump, sweeping what's it called? Asia lows at the same time. So now we only have London high, London low. Yeah, to go into this day, I'm thinking we're very bearish. No, but the only thing is on the daily we're bullish, but shit, let me go back to the 4 hour. I mean, we broke shit to the upside on the 4 hour, but I still think they were bullish, to be honest. Because we broke shit to the downside, then we have the most recent high, break above, so 1 hour will give us more information about that. We're still we're still in an uptrend, so we never broke structure to the downside. And if we did, we still broke structure up here, and then this low right here didn't get candle closure below this low. So CNQ. NQ did. So yeah, I'm actually gonna trust that we're bearish today. And we go down to 30 minute. 30 minute, I didn't really mark anything, except just look at low time frame highs and lows and shit. We might get swept on a lower time frame. Now I'm just gonna chill on the 5 minute, and boom. So come back at market open. I'm expecting it to run to one side. Well, market opens, I expect it to pump or dump to one side, and I want to see a higher low get taken, and then either disrespecting one of these two gaps or respecting one of the gaps, then I could be looking for longer shorts. So let's go. Market open. It just opened. Market has just opened. Let's see where price pushes. Okay, boom. Expected that. Now highs have been taken here. High has been taken. I want to see if we respect this gap or not. Let me go down to 1 minute actually. How much was it on? Yes. If we create a high here by getting a bearish candle next, it'll be SMT on the 1 minute. That could be signal for shorts, just with this liquidity here. See if we respect this gap or not. Damn, it immediately came back down. Alright, this next candle will decide it. And I've also been taking a little break to just learn more ICT concepts. So yeah, and I've actually been teaching my friends some stuff. If we stay like this, we'll get an SMT on the 5 minute. But I don't think, still not comfortable. I don't know if I'm going to take a trade right at market open. That's the thing. Holy shit. But if my setup arises, I'm going to take it. The inverse is 1 minute gap. This placement below the low. Really just waiting for a retracement. If you respect the inverse gap, then I'm taking it short. To be honest. Right? I'm not taking it. It's all a little bit too crowded. I would rather want a clean retracement. More like a filler candle. Then we come up, retrace after a couple candles. I don't like all this volatility. To be honest, we're too close to this gap for me to take it anyway. Taking out ES wouldn't be good either because might hit, react, and then ES it's like isn't there yet. Alright, well, even if this is down here, I'm not taking that shit, to be honest. It's not enough things for me to take it. I'm gonna just pause and then wait until I start seeing my setup start popping up. Let's go. There's a little weird. NQ is just like being so much different than ES. And I feel like ES now, we swept this low and we're reacting to this gap now. But NQ was nowhere near. It was just chilling here the whole time. Trying to push it back up. So now that we swept this low, oh, what? Wonder if ES is gonna follow. But yeah, now we have this 5 minute SMT. Now it's looking like it's not really getting respected. See if we inverse this 1 minute gap. Maybe we did, so. Alright. Inverse 1 minute gap. See the ES is nowhere near. If we get a reaction off this high time frame gap, I'm taking a short. it is what it is, bro. If you get a reaction off of this high time frame gap, I'm taking a short on yes. So on here, we're reacting to this high time frame gap, but here we're just tapping into this 1 minute gap. Let's see. Yeah, forget a reaction. Alright, yeah, so right here, I ran out of storage, but once this candle closed, I didn't wait for it to get inversed. I put my stop loss where my trade idea gets invalidated, and I put my take profit at the buy or sell side liquidity at London lows. And my trade would be invalidated if we pushed above this high, or not really invalidated, because overall I didn't wait, because I saw TGR's video. He waited for it to get inverse, and I feel like that's kind of low intelligence, because for me it's all about like which has a higher probability of happening, and for me it was a higher probability that the day was bearish because my bias was bearish. The daily candle so far was bearish. I expected it, like I predicted it at one. It's gonna pump or dump to one side, sweeping liquidity, and then we'll look for trades into the other direction, especially because we have two gaps in either direction. I was waiting for price to break out of this little range that we're in, because we're in this price range right here. So boom, we came up, pumped up, swept a low time frame high. Then we tapped into the midpoint of the gap, respected it, and so now we tap back into the gap, and from there I'm thinking we have a higher probability that price will react off of here. So I wouldn't wait for this 1 minute gap to get inverse, because then I would have a worser entry. So boom, straight off that candle closure I entered 2.3 risk reward. But my trade idea could still be invalidated when we tap into this high time frame gap below, because it's a high probability that we sweep the lows. But once we tap in, we could still reverse from there, because there is a possibility that we could tap into the gap, then reverse back to the upside. There's always a probability. So once we tap into this gap, it's break even, blah blah, all that. So yeah, I'm gonna just let this play out. I'm actually gonna speed up the clip so that you guys can just see me hitting fucking take profit, because I'm a G. First time back. And also, I want to talk about how I predicted this, because once my camera turned off, I went on call with my boy. He's still a noob a little bit. Once he started seeing bullish candles, he was expecting it to. He was like, "Oh, I will take longs here." He's a fucking liar. He wouldn't have taken longs here. He has no information, my boy. He just saw bullish candles. So boom, I literally told him, bro, this could just be a higher time frame retracement into equilibrium. And watch, sorry for spoiling it, but watch what happens. Perfect retrace into equilibrium on both indexes. One ES on the 5 minute, NQ on the 1 minute, and then we immediately start pushing lower and hit full TP. So let's go.
Day traders feel it and then act on their feelings.